there, guys, and of course, welcome yourselves back into yet another one with us, the Review Bros. Aaron, joined with yourselves today, of course, in harmony on yet again another pre-workout review. And it's slightly different because it's a pill formula sent kindly to us by the guys at INNOVAPHARM. We've got their POPPA Pump Pill pre-workout to get reviewed today. It's a non-stimulant, it's a pump formula, it's a growth formula potentially as well. We're going to still try and break it down into the usuals, the pill size, the price, the label of course, which has some innovation behind it, we'll say that to say the very least, and of course the effects of this stuff in the real world. Would it be a product you would consider in the future? We're here to hopefully find that out for you today. And we really appreciate you watching. If you could give us a thumbs up, a comment down below, and of course your subscription to the channel. It really does help us out, and we're going to keep helping you out. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Let's get into POPPA Pump. Okay, first segment, nice and easy, guys. It's really quick. There's no flavour to this because it's, of course, a pill formula. Normal size to your other pill products on the market, generally speaking, of course. 5 of those is your serving size. Nice and easy, unless you really struggle with pills. Let's get into the price of this one. So guys, obviously moving into the pricing segment, you'll head on over to the official INNOVAPHARM website where you can see this product and loads of products. They're bringing out new stuff all the time. In fact, this one is relatively new to my understanding. It will cost you $49.99 and you get a true 30 servings per container. Now therefore it works out at $1.67 per go. When you compare that against pre-workouts, I get it's a little bit different. It's a pill formulation. Sometimes there's less in these pill formulas than there are in powders, but it's still a pre-workout, so I think it's only fair to match it up against those. Now, a 5 out of 10 is what we consider to be a price point of an average pre-workout across the entire world, right? This one falls very nicely into a 6.5 out of 10, so it is cheaper than your average pre-workout out there. Is it worth it? Let's move into the primary segments now, the label, and then, of course, the effects of this stuff in the real world. And that moves us very nicely into the label of this pre-workout. It's POPPA Pump, the pill formulation by INNOVAPHARM. And there it is on the screen for you to see it right now. So as I mentioned, 5 capsules. You do get a true 30 servings per the container. We start off at the top. We've got the arginine silicate and the nitrosogene there, trademarked ingredient, 1.5 grams, which is that clinical dosage. That's been shown to rival citrulline at like 6 grams to 8 grams, around that ballpark. Of course, it's a nitric oxide precursor. It's going to help boost those levels in the bloodstream, helping with vasodilation and ultimately the pump in the gym. That's a staple ingredient, up there with the citrulines of the world. Now, next up, we've got red radish extract of 500 milligrams. Now, that's in there for general health benefits. It obviously does, in a side note, help with nitric oxide production in the body. Blood flow, helping vasodilate the vessels to get blood and nutrients, water, all around the body, including, of course, to the muscle cells in question. We have up next pink Himalayan salt at 500 milligrams, which is a respectable dose. It's a typical dose you'd see in the powder formulation. So the fact they've crammed it into a pill, fair play to them. Now that's going to help, of course, with muscular contractions, strength output, hyperhydration benefits, and of course pumps in the gym again. Now we look at Korean red Panax ginseng extract, 400 milligrams. Now that's an adaptogen. It's going to help again with general bodily function and health. It's been shown to help with erectile dysfunction. It's been shown to help, of course, with blood flow. It's even actually been shown to help with focus and concentration, or alertness, shall we say. So it really is an all-round health ingredient that can bring along a whole host of benefits. And we're going to hopefully see some of those. It is one of those that you do need to take for a prolonged period of time to start really seeing the cumulative benefits from it. And that's actually could be said for quite a lot of these ingredients. I must just put that out there. I've been using it for a lot longer than a typical pre-workout, but I'll go into that in the effects segment anyway. We've got up next Vasodrive AP at 255 milligrams. Now that's still a respectable dosage. You've got to remember it is in a pill. We do see higher dosages in some pre-workouts out there. Now that vasodrive AP, very simply, will raise, again, more nitric oxide levels from different pathways here. So they're going to be really boosted in the body, helping, of course, primarily with the pump in the gym. And we wrap off this label with Growth, which is a fibroblast growth factors. Now, this was actually designed, formulated, made by the guys at InnovaPharm, so you won't see it in other products on the market, which is always a thumbs up. It's definitely innovation, right? Now, that's not there really for pumps. It's more there for growth, hence the name Growth. It's been shown to inhibit myostatin in the body. Now, as we know, or a lot of us might know, and some of you might not know, myostatin is effectively, the best way to describe it is like a net around the muscle. The muscle you've got, genetically speaking, can only grow so big. If you restrict the myostatin levels in the body, it potentially can lead to new growth of muscle cell. Now, it is an experimental phase, but you never know. You might get absolutely jacked on this ingredient. We never know. But again, it's probably something you're going to need to take multiple times. It's not a one-off, one-day ingredient that you're going to notice huge benefits from. And that is, like I mentioned, the same for a lot of these. What do I think of this label? I've got to say two things. One, I'll start with the positive. It's innovative. It's thinking outside the box. It's unique. There are several ingredients on there we rarely see. And in fact, a couple there that I've not seen before. So they are thinking outside the box. Now, the risk is with that, they're not proven ingredients, so you might not get results from them. It obviously is a pill formula. It's going to always struggle up against the powders of the world. I know I mentioned that nitrosamine versus citrulline. My personal opinion is citrulline wins, but of course, my mind is very much open as we now move into the true world effects of this product. Okay guys, we of course now move into the primary segment of any review. It's the effects of this product in the real world. It's an innovative product from the guys at InnovaPharm. It's POPPA Pump, the pump formula pre-workout pill that has some side notes of health and of course growth. Now, I've used this for around 21 days, 3 weeks, right? Just over 3 weeks to be exact when I consider rest days. I have not taken it on rest days, but I'll train 6 days a week. Now, I'm as honest as the day is long when it concerns these type of products. Pill formulations, in my honest, humble opinion, bearing in mind I've used a lot over the years and I've used a lot of powder formulations, they are always going to struggle versus the powder formulations, simply because you can't cram as much into a pill as you can a scoop of pre-workout powder. When it concerns pumps, I've always found that the more mass there is with the ingredients, the more mass you're going to appear to have in the mirror. If you've got a 30-gram scoop of pump formulation, it's going to hit. When you throw a lot of shit at the board, there's some bits will miss, but there is only so far you can stretch away from that notion when it concerns the pumps. The bigger the scoops, the more there is in there for pumps, the more proven ingredients there are in there for pumps, may I add as well, the more you can't miss. My truthful experience on this is I didn't really notice much at all. Maybe the smallest bit of pump improvement in the gym, and that is about it. Now, don't get me wrong, I truly feel with a few of these ingredients in there, I would need to use it for more than 21 days. You know, I would think that I'd probably need to use it for at least twice as long. Especially when we start concerning ourselves with potential growth factors, not just the pumps and the health benefits. I got a little bit probably from the nitrosamine, do not get me wrong, and definitely probably the pink salt. You can't go wrong with those two. You can't. Now, you asked me the question, what would I rather have? 6 grams of pure citrulline or 1.5 grams of nitrosamine. Again, my personal honest opinion through years of experience would be I would always choose the 6 grams of citrulline. I just would. And if I had a choice between like 3 grams of citrulline and 1.5 grams of nitrosamine, I still probably would choose the citrulline. Again, that's my opinion. Craig is of a very similar stance. And don't forget, we've used a hell of a lot of products, and you know that. What did I feel from it?
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
Like I said, a little bit of pump. And that's it. That is the honest truth here. I like what they've tried to do with the innovation. And innovation ultimately is where we need to go in the industry. It is. And it's a difficult one because ultimately I feel like potentially, and they might have done this, and you're going to have to forgive me, InnovaPharm, and other pump product pill formulators out there, not just InnovaPharm. I feel like you've got to trial this on at least 50 people you know and can give you honest, genuine, truthful feedback, and they've been using it for at least 2 months to 3 months, and then sell this product. Because at the moment, the way I see it is they're selling an experimental product. I'm not necessarily worried about health problems or all the rest of it, because you know all the studies show this is all healthy stuff. But from an effects that you want to receive as a consumer, I feel like there needs to be either more clinical studies that back these experimental products, but even better than that would be to get some genuine feedback from, like I say, at least 30, 40, 50 people you know and you trust before putting this on the market for people to spend hard-earned cash on for things that might not work. And in this case for myself, that's where I'm at. Now, I have no doubt that you need to go on and check out some of the other products from InnovaPharm. Do check out, of course, our latest daily driver pre-workout from them, the 365 product, the daily. And we're going to be reviewing some of their other products, which look very exciting too. So I've got to say, well done for the thought out there, the outside of the box thought. My honest opinion is this one didn't hit the mark. That's the truth. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks InnovaPharm again for the opportunity to review it. Peace out. And of course, as always, stay stimmed, or pumped in this case.